Hey, I'm Matt Hudgins, and he's Dave Mulvaney, and this is Profitability MD. Dave, how you doing today, buddy?
Matt, I am doing absolutely fantastic. How about you?
Ridiculously good. Terrible, rainy, wet day here in Atlanta, but I'm still cheery on the inside. How about you?
That's coming this way tonight. It's supposed to
Is
be
it?
like tomorrow's supposed to be cold and low of like 37 at night.
Yeah.
37 is pretty cold this time in Florida. So
Absolutely, man.
you're 80 yesterday. So
80. Oh my God, I haven't seen 80 like since October or something.
exactly. So, well, anyway, this is episode 61. And
Yes. Episode 61, how to make more money as a business broker. So this one is really for, who's this for? Business brokers. We're doing this show specifically for business brokers on how to make more money.
So let's talk about the problems that we want to help business brokers solve. What are some of the things that they run into in their business that makes it tough, I guess?
Yeah. And so great. I think, the percentage that most, anybody can hang their shingle and be a business broker, right? So, and most of them go out of business like in the first 2-3 years. So
Yeah.
I don't know, what was it? 70, 80%? You had some stat on that.
Yeah. It was a very large percentage, like 80% just are gone in 2 years.
Going out of business, right? Because anybody and their brother can hang out and be a business broker, right? So that leads to another problem, would be, how do you differentiate yourself? If everybody and their mother is a business broker, how do I differentiate myself as a business broker?
Because it's kind of commodity based, I would think.
Yeah.
So you got to make yourself different if you don't want to be a commodity.
Right. And just like a commercial or residential real estate agent, right? There's a bunch of people that sells houses, a bunch of people that does commercial real estate. How do you differentiate yourself? And then really the third problem, plenty of people want to sell their business, but their business just isn't sellable. Too many unqualified prospects. So what if you got a listing, if it doesn't sell, you don't make any money.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. So you're doing all this work and you're not getting the money. So
Right. All right. So what's the pain that's involved with having these problems? If you're a broker and you got these problems.
well, you got to think. I mean, I might have just said one of them. Basically, that here's I'm working hard, but I'm not getting commissions because I got a listing, and then I'm out looking for buyers, and it takes time to do all the listing and stuff. And so either the business sells at a low price or it doesn't sell at all.
Right.
And so I'm doing all this busy work without compensation because
You don't get paid until you make the sale, right?
Yeah, business brokers are certainly commission based, but then like you said, again, if there's no differentiation, it's harder to get leads because people are looking for the reason they should do business with you.
Right. Exactly right.
So and I think how you and I were talking, and we're like, we can make business brokers' lives a lot better.
Oh yeah, exactly right. I mean, what if they had like more businesses to sell? They get higher commissions, higher prices for the businesses they did have listed, to be the preeminent. I think preeminent is like a J. Abraham word. Be the preeminent or the go-to business broker in your area would be awesome. Your businesses that you did list sold quickly because they're really quality companies, and then you had a great pipeline of qualified leads of sellable businesses like that.
I think that's the key word you said there is sellable businesses.
Yeah. Right.
Because if you have sellable businesses, you won't have problems making commissions because all you got to do is bring the buyers, right? So, so what do you think? What do you think really is why most businesses don't sell, man? What do you think's causing that to happen?
Right. And I think there are three main reasons that a business doesn't sell or isn't sellable, right? So it's owner dependent, no systems or processes in place, and it's not profitable enough, right? So owner dependent, tell us what we mean by owner dependent.
Well, owner dependent means the owner does all the work, very non-system based, so that the owner not only does all the work, they don't think that anybody else can do that work.
Right.
So they don't create systems. So that then basically they're an employee. They're not really an owner.
Right. Exactly. I was talking, this was about 6 months ago, talking to a guy who does flooring for your garage. It's like an epoxy cover.
Okay. Yep.
Right. And so no systems or processes. That guy is the sales guy. And I was talking about, do you have a sales process? Do you have, oh yeah, I got one. It's me.
Yeah.
Have you written it out? Like, because he was talking about hiring a sales guy. Do you have it written out? Do you have any systems or processes? How can we teach this new hire how to do what you do? Well, he'll never be able to do, like, owner dependent. He'll never be able to do what I do, right? Well, he may not be as good as you, but we could get him. Can't we get him 80% there, right?
Exactly.
Can't we kind of write out what you do in a system? So what we mean by systems and processes is you've got all the stuff that you're doing in your head. We need to get it on paper. There's stuff that your receptionist does, that your back office person does. We need to write it out, right? And
Yeah, exactly.
systemize and productize it, right? And what I talk about is it needs to be so organized that a dummy like me can walk into your business and take it over, right?
Yeah.
How could a total stranger walk in there and follow your checklist? A checklist, if you want to call it systems and processes, I like to call it a checklist.
I want to use that example. My cousin bought a veterinarian clinic.
Okay.
And it's a few locations. And now he's not a veterinarian. But he bought these clinics. But the thing about it was, what made it so attractive when he was a buyer was those systems. Yeah. He didn't have to go in and recreate anything. The employees are all in place, and nothing had to be recreated. So that's the big problem, is that I would imagine a vet that does all the work and doesn't have those systems wouldn't have a very easy time to sell. It happens to dentists all the time, and you help dentists a lot with that.
Yeah, exactly right. We just did one for one of my dentists, a checklist. Like, what does the reception room looks like? What does the operatory room look like? So we just do that. He's hiring a new assistant, and it was like, all right, let's teach them what you like when you're doing your surgery, right? And it's, for them, they're, I want the tools in this order, and these are the tools I want. Well, heck, it's a checklist. So now the new hire, she's only been on for 2 weeks, but she's got these little checklists of, here's what he likes for this, and here's what he likes for this procedure. And he created these checklists so she could set it up. We call it set up the room the way he likes it, right?
So how does this help, what we're talking about, how does this help business brokers? How does it make their life better if we solve this problem for them?
Right. Well, so the business brokers really, it'd be great would be a business broker, in order to transform their own business, they really have to transform their client's business, right? So we always talk about that, it's what's in it, what's in it for me, right? So if I'm a business broker and I'm trying to differentiate myself, what I really need to do is transform their business, the seller's business, right? My pipeline's business, right? And so what I really want to do as a business broker is change my message from, I call it begging for listings. Oh, please, list your business with me. Yeah, pick me. Instead, what if I can increase the value of your business? Hey, I'm putting on an event that will increase the value of your business, teach you how to make your business more sellable, teach you how to increase profitability, teach you how to avoid these mistakes. What if I can help you transform your business? As a business broker, now I'm differentiating myself, right?
Yeah,
I'm not begging for listings.
Yeah, you went from salesperson to really somebody who looks like they care about the value of your client's business. So now you're not selling, you're saying, hey, I've got something that'll help you increase the value of your business. It'll make your business easier to sell, and your business will be appealing. Basically, people will want to buy your business. So that's a completely different sell. You go from selling to a trusted advisor of your business, and trust is what it takes to sell, right? I mean,
well, exactly right. They're not looking at you as a salesman, like you just said. Hey, somebody lists my business. No, this is somebody who's adding value, who can teach me how to maximize the value of my business. And then by default, who are they going to want to list with when they sell is you, because you're the valuable resource, right?
So what this brings us to is that you and I are going to joint venture with some business brokers to put on an event where we're going to show people how to maximize the value of their business, right? So tell us, why don't you tell us a little bit of how that event might look for a business broker? Yeah,
so we're putting one together right now. But basically, we would be kind of the joint venture partner of the business broker, right? So the business broker would, we're going to put on the event, or you're going to put on the event, and we are the guest speakers, right? So you get, the business broker gets to be the expert. Hey, as a listing of mine, as a potential prospect of mine, I've arranged for these marketing strategists, these exit planning strategists, to teach you how to systematize your business, increase the value of your business, right? And so we help put on the event. We'll be the guest speaker, right? And how will that help the business broker? differentiate themselves. Now, again, they're not salespeople anymore. They're a resource. We're putting on this event to teach you how to maximize the value of your company. Reciprocity. So the business owner who comes to the event, they'll be very thankful that you put it on, very thankful that you provided a resource, right? That can increase the value of their company. We're going to ask them to bring a referral, right? So now they're actually helping you bring in referrals, right? So I call that orchestrating a referral, because if you put on an event and I invite people to it, I'm giving those people an excuse to invite other people to it, right? So I call that orchestrating referrals. The business broker becomes the preeminent, business broker in their area. How many business brokers are putting on events to teach people how to maximize the value of their company? I don't know of any.
It just makes so much sense, because there's so many businesses out there that they're unable to sell for the reasons we mentioned earlier. And you're the business broker now, and you're saying, hey, I don't want you, if you're looking to sell in the next maybe 1 to 5 years, we want to show you how you can get the maximum value for that.
Right.
Now, when that happens, you, the broker, have put on this event for them, and now their business is worth more. Who do you think they're going to call? When
Exactly right. Yeah.
That business.
Yeah. And who are they going to refer their friends to?
Yeah.
You, right? And so this gets into, so what's the cost of all this, right? A better question is, what's the cost of not doing this, right? Not doing this, you go out of business. Not doing this, you're still begging for listings. Not doing this, you can't differentiate yourself from the guy down the street who hung up a shingle, right?
It could be costing you tons of money by not doing this. Why? Because how many businesses will you list that don't sell? Well, and you so this will give your client, it'll give you clients, maybe 6, 12 or more clients a year that actually will list a business with you that will sell. Now you're getting paid instead of working on on activities that you're not getting paid to do. Now you can actually spend more time doing payable activities, which bring in these clients. And over time, you'll build a really, really nice pipeline of, did you call it automated referrals? I'm sorry.
Orchestrated.
Orchestrated.
Right.
Which is
a repeatable business, right? So you would put on this event, we would co-host it with you or be the guests, right? We're going to teach people how to maximize the value. You as a business broker, you're inviting your existing listings. Why would they come? Because they could learn how to increase the value of their business, which, by the way, would benefit you as the business broker for higher commissions. You would invite your prospects, people that are thinking about selling. You would invite other referral sources. Hey, you got any other, of anybody else who's considering selling? So I call that orchestrating referrals. You're providing an event, so a reason for people to send you referrals. And then you would be differentiating yourself, standing out from the crowd as providing a valuable resource of information, right? But the point is, it's a system, a repeatable process, right? You can put on an event as often as you like. You could do an event once a year, once a quarter, once a month, right? Change the topics, but the main points are help business owners increase the value of their business, right? And each time there might be new prospects, new existing clients, new referrals, right? So you're orchestrating referrals. This could be your whole systematic process of generating increasing the value of your existing clients you have for sale and creating your own pipeline, right? Yeah. Your pipeline is people come into the event who are increasing the value of their business, who then, when they do decide to sell, come sell it through you.
And they'll have a business that people will want to buy.
Yes.
It's not, this is such an added value for you as a broker that it's like, the reality is the amount of buyers that are in the marketplace today. There's a lot of buyers. If you can put a good business in front of a buyer, they're out there. And the problem is, as we talked about earlier, there's just not enough businesses that are worth buying. And why? Because if they're really good businesses, why do people want to sell them? Most of the time they want out of the business. So there's a transition period to get systems and processes in place, and profitability and things like that, so that you can transition out of a business and do it properly. And that's what we're going to help your clients do.
And so, all right, if you're a business broker, why would you not do this? Let's go. What are the reasons not to do this, or what can be some objections that a business broker might have? I don't want to put on an event because I'm afraid, I'm scared. What do we got?
That's actually a really good point. Well, let's talk about one thing. If you're a business broker that currently sells, like you get paid to list the business, maybe not as much when you sell the business, but you get paid when you list the business. The more, actually, I would think that those type of brokers think they know what companies are best to sell, but they don't. They only care about the listing. So why wouldn't you do this? I think you wouldn't do this if you already had a system in place that was all about lead generation. It was all about you and your company. I don't want to mean this in the bad way, but this is a change in the way a methodology where you become a trusted advisor. It's a long-term play. This is not a short-term play, because we're talking about getting businesses ready that maybe wouldn't sell today, getting them ready to sell in 12, 24, 36 months.
Absolutely. I think why wouldn't you not do that? Why wouldn't you do that? Right. So you're trying to list a business that is ready to sell. Right. Yeah. So why wouldn't, and you probably know as a business broker, actually you do know what makes a business sell, right? And what makes it sellable, right? But you probably don't do that. You don't coach them. You don't consult with them. You might drop a few hints here and there, but you're not, most of these guys aren't turnaround experts, the business broker. So they probably know what needs to be done, but they're just not the person that wants to do it or has an interest in doing it, because that's not what they want to do, right? The real estate agent, knows the kitchen needs to be redone, but they're not going to redo the kitchen, right? They hire a contractor, right? They hire a contractor to redo the kitchen and the baths, right?
And there's one other thing that we really didn't talk about is you're in Atlanta. So if we bring a business broker on in Atlanta, and we have a friend who has a company that is like ready to sell, who do you think we're going to refer?
Oh, well, that's exactly right. I think what ends up happening is, why wouldn't you do this? Gosh, you got to be crazy not to. It differentiates yourself, right? You probably know what business is sellable and not sellable. Now you got something to do with the ones that aren't sellable. Hey, come to my event. Hey, you're not really ready to sell. I know you want to sell, but you're not really ready. You should come to my event and kind of learn how you can become sellable, right? So now you got something to do with those 3 to 6 people a week that are calling you that, hey, Dave, I'm ready to sell my business. Yeah, you're not really ready, but you know what? We got an event coming up here next month. You should come to that so you can learn how to get ready, right? So now you have something to do with those people that aren't ready, provide a referral source, right? The fear of the unknown, right? That, gosh, I don't know if I could pull it off. We've done these events several times. I've got an event I'm speaking with on Monday. I've got another one on Tuesday. I've got another one the middle of March, right? So we know how to do live events, right? We're going to make you look good, right? We know how to make you look good. There's a fear of, I don't know if these guys know what they're doing. You can listen to our podcast. You know what we're doing. We're going to make you look good, right? We're going to say, so-and-so Joe Smith is the preeminent broker in Sarasota, in Jacksonville, in Atlanta, because that's going to be our opinion, right?
Well, and even the clients you're about to list their business, if you bring them to an event, they're going to learn how to maximize the value so you get the highest commission. That's the other thing. If the better off that business is, the higher your commission, the better your chances of actually selling the business. So
so you are sitting here, you do this kind of, I call it live event marketing, right? Live event mastery, right? This is a repeatable process that business brokers can use to differentiate themselves, to increase the value of the existing listings so they get more commissions, to create a pipeline for themselves, because now I've got something to do with those guys that aren't ready to. They'll go to the event, maybe they get some coaching from us, become sellable a year from now, right? So I've created a pipeline for them, and it's repeatable. I just hold an event next month or hold an event next quarter. And now I repeat the process, because every time we host an event, I get some referrals, I get some listings, and I get some more people in my pipeline.
And what happens naturally is, of course, those who attend the event and they're in business, they're like, hey, you need to call Steve. I know you're thinking about selling your business, but you told me, there's
You're
this.
You become the go-to broker.
And you'll be the go-to broker. And that's what we're looking for. We're not looking to go and set up 50 brokers in a city. We're looking for, somebody very reputable that we can work with, and really help you grow your business. So
we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing interviews, right?
Yep.
So they can email us at support@profitabilitymd.com, support@profitabilitymd.com. And so if you're interested in this and you're a business broker and you want to do all those things, differentiate yourself, systematize your business, make more money, create a better pipeline, reach out to us, support@profitabilitymd.com. We're going to do interviews to work with a couple guys, see about doing a couple of events. Go back through our podcasts. We got all kinds of podcasts. You can listen to us. We know what we're doing. We know what we're talking about. It's basically like doing one of these live, right?
Yep.
We're going to teach these guys how to maximize the value of their business. Makes you look good. All right. So support@profitabilitymd.com. Business brokers. Where can we find Dave Mulvaney?
Well, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our podcast. Profitability MD is both of them. And then you can find me at davidmulvaney.com. You can connect with me on LinkedIn at David Mulvaney. And where can they find you, Matt?
Yeah, so I'm over at LinkedIn. So Matt Hudgins over at LinkedIn. And then my coaching is 10xprofitblueprint.com, 10xprofitblueprint.com. So, and then business brokers, if you'd love us to do a joint venture with you to do an event, email us at support@profitabilitymd.com, support@profitabilitymd.com, or reach out to me and Dave.
Yep.
But we're looking for, A Few Good Men. That movie was on a couple days ago.
And I follow anyone who follows me online. So and I know you do too, Matt. So if you follow us on LinkedIn, we'll follow back.
Absolutely. All right, man. This is a pleasure.
All right, Matt. Take care.
See you.